And like I said, there's the bigger we get, we got more people coming at us. People are going to try to do bad things to us no matter what because they don't want us to succeed.
Is we grew up so fast that we got so much attention, and you're not allowed to, in the corrupted markets, you're not allowed to grow fast. You're not allowed to pop out of nowhere and help people change their life. You're not allowed to do that.
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way. I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly.
Karma's a bitch.
Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing today? I hope that you're all doing very, very well. I hope that you all had an amazing, amazing Easter weekend. First of all, I'm sorry that this stream didn't happen yesterday. I had a bunch of running around that came up in the afternoon that I had to do for my personal life that was a little bit more important. So we are here today, and I am glad to have everyone here with us today. It's a very special day. Make sure that you stay in your dancing mood today. We have Salah's Tiny Dinger. How amazing. Next Level is here. I hope you stick around for a little bit. Devil's Advocate is here. Good to see you. Joe is here. Everyone send Joe some love. He had a rough morning. April is here, which I'm extremely happy about. Also send April some love. She recently had a surgery and just it's been rough. It's been a rough time. So just send her some love. She's been taking a break. Hello, Carol. Good to see you. I hope that you are doing very, very well. Tiny Digger Condoms is here, trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. You hope that they're using your product. I mean, they claim to be. So there's that. Peaceful Nature is here. Good to see you. Mike is here. Good to see you. So the song that I played at the beginning there of my stream that I often play, that I've added in some of my favorite clips, and don't worry, I'll probably add in some more as we go along. That was a song that was made by either Bill Must Productions, who you should be pretty familiar with if you're familiar with me covering Onpassive on my channel, which I've been doing for going on 3 years now, and also Tim Johnson. Tim Johnson also has made, I believe, a few of these AI songs. I believe that last one today, literally, no, I don't go in there, but that was probably a troll. They do that a lot. But thanks for looking out, Albs. And basically, they do release a lot of songs. We've talked about this a lot over here. Most of them are very creepy and cult-like. We've talked about that a lot. I even use several of their songs as examples in my stream where we discussed why Onpassive is not just an MLM, but it's straight up a commercial cult of personality surrounding Ash Mufareh and his broken promises and the broken dreams of everyone that follows him. And the song at the beginning of my stream was, of course, made by, like I said, Bill Must or Tim Johnson, and it was made with AI. See, the issue is whenever they post one of these songs that is made with AI, they very much try to make it and imply it that the AI used to make these songs is Onpassive AI. And as we've also talked about a lot over here on my channel, and as we've leaked out, along with the help of Scam Passive, the technician meeting where they even discuss how they're not really using AI on their website whatsoever. They're not using any AI at all, and therefore these songs that they're making are released with other people's AIs. We've caught them stealing videos of AI from other people and even straight up robots. And I have an example of that right here that I want to show you. Some of you may very much remember this. This is a pretty popular video over here because of the stolen video that they use. This is also a song made with AI. Right? That's not their technology. It's not their technology, but they do release it out. And it's supposed to kind of trick people, right? Here's the thing. If you're in a country that doesn't have access to the internet all over the place, there are still places like this, okay? Unfortunately, in our world, there are underdeveloped places. Those are the places that Onpassive preys on the most. That's why this scam to me is like the most disgusting one that I've come across since I've been covering scams out here since 2019. This one irks me because it really does go out of its way to prey on people. You know what I'm saying? So if you are in a place like that, you don't have access to internet often, you barely use it, you probably only have a mobile phone, you have to pay for data in order to use the internet, and let's be real, the places that they prey on are places where your salary for a month is $100. Okay? So how much data are you buying? That is my point. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you're from one of these places, unfortunately, a video like this that they make where they steal the Boston Dynamics content right? And you guys were on it. As soon as they posted this, I had people sending it to me going, oh my God, Queen, they fucking stole this from Boston Dynamics. Like, this is not theirs. So they post things like this to imply very heavily that not only is this their stuff, or that they have the ability at least to do this, but then they also use these AI songs to imply that it's Onpassive AI. And this, of course, is one of them. Along with the one that I played at the very beginning of my stream that I've played for you often before. So what happened is recently Next Level here has gone and created an AI song about Onpassive. A song for the naysayers, if you will. And I just wanted to play that for you guys today. That's why I said stay in your dancing mood, okay? Because it's a banger, first of all. And secondly, I want to show you that it's not Onpassive AI that is doing this. You can go and have these songs made, anyone can, with AI. Sometimes it might cost you a few bucks to do it, but it can be done. Hello, Stricardo. Good to see you. You applaud Rob for going the extra mile to raise the profit of Onpassive. During today's edition of Roblin Live, he appeared caked in his own excrement. If it goes viral, well done, Rob. There's very little, if any, intelligence in Onpassive, right? It's all artificial over there, right? Targeting poverty is so dystopian. It really is, but it's literally what they do. And so it bothers me because I know that to us looking at this, some of us kind of joke about it. We laugh about it, right? Because we know immediately you guys are on the ball. My viewers, you always tell me right away, even if I don't catch it right away, right? But to people in these places, they might not be aware. They might not be aware that these things are just available. So it might work with them where they see a video like the one I just showed you, like the original version of the one I edited that I play at the beginning of my streams. And the whole thing is to imply, yes, that's Onpassive stuff. They'll see that, they'll go, oh, well, Onpassive must be able to do this then. It's supposed to be implied, right? Please spell Onpassive in capitals, as Ash has requested. It's not much to ask. Remember, he's working 25 times 8 for you and giving up his family life just for you. And apparently to also just go sit in a room in the USA office so that he can think. But without further ado, please, for a couple moments, this song is called Breaking Free, and it is brought to us mainly by Next Level.
Ash Mufareh, he's got a scheme, promising riches, but it's not what it seems. Onpassive, the name they claim, but beware, they're playing a dangerous game. They'll tell you it's easy, just invest your cash, but deep down you know it's too good to last. A pyramid in disguise, they're building a lie. Don't fall for the tricks, it's time to say goodbye. We're breaking free from the scam they weave. No more empty promises, no more deceit. We won't be fooled, we won't be played. Ash Mufareh's scheme is starting to fade. Ash Mufareh's scheme is starting to fade. They'll tell you it's easy, just invest your cash, but deep down you know it's too good to last. A pyramid in disguise, they're building a lie. Don't fall for the tricks, it's time to say goodbye. We're breaking free from the scam they weave. No more empty promises, no more deceit. deceived. We won't be fooled, we won't be played. Ash Mufareh's scheme is starting to fade. Ash Mufareh, he's got a scheme.
So yes, that was made with AI, and I personally like it better than all of their songs, other than maybe the In It to Win It song, because you have to admit, that one's a banger. Peaceful Nature liked it, right? It's a banger. Hello, Kendall. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Joe says that his Al autocorrect pops it out like that. Mine has learned that it's all capital letters. So basically, mine does it too automatically, but it does the capitals. Put your cash in, nothing back. Right? You're welcome, Next Level. See, Alp says it's a very good song. It's a very good song. It is. It's a better song than their AI songs, I must say. And it's not made with Onpassive AI, is basically my point. See, I figured maybe if they heard a song with AI from the naysayers side, then they would put it together. Because we're not going in and using Onpassive O Media AI. I don't even know, like, where that would go in their company. You know what I mean? I'm like, would that be like a part of the O Media? And then you could like make an AI song in the O Media? Like, is that where it would be? You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be in the O Connect. It has no place in O Mail. You're gonna like sing your emails to people and send it so that it will end up in the spam folder with a big warning on it. Yeah, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Hello, good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. At Tiny Deer Condoms, we use Al to make the perfect size of product. Right? Right? It's an awesome song. And it's an AI song. So that's kind of my point, is that that's a thing that's been around for a long time. Ash isn't making it. He's never even brought it up. But I thought I would make it a point because of the fact that Bill Must and Tim Johnson seem to keep doing this like over and over and over again. And lately, for the past, I'd say about a year ago, they released that song that I just played for you with the that they stole the robots from, right? They released that one as their first AI song, and they were very, very excited. And then just nonstop for the last year, they've been posting these damn AI songs just over and over again. And almost all of them has stolen video, or it's just the usual stock images as a Tim Johnson or Bill Must production usually is, you know? Right? The band can be called the Sayers of Nay when the song charts. That's right. Some of the founders are better with tech than Ash is. Good. I hope a little bit. Because boy, is he ever awful, isn't he? So somebody has to know something there. I don't know how many times I've pulled my hair out being like, does nobody in this thing know technology? Because I tell you guys all the time, I have the most level basic bitch knowledge in tech. Okay? I'm oftentimes asking other people about things. Okay? I'm not really a techie here. I don't have an education in it. But I do have a little bit of a basic knowledge. But even I know most of the time when he's talking that he's full of crap. Especially Ash, which is what we want to get into today. So, I was up at 6 a.m, as I often am today, and I also caught the stream from today. However, before we get into that one, which will probably start tomorrow, because it's about an hour long, so it's not like crazy long or anything. We could probably pop it off tomorrow. Today, I want to just rewind time a little bit, and I want to react to the one that Ash did on the 360 before today. But don't worry, I watched today's about half of it in real time. I was there. I was able to comment in a chat a little bit. It was quite interesting. And I feel like it was very much the same as what this one is. Hello, Jelly Snack. Good to see you. I'm glad that you can join us. Al wants a data center to live in, right? Like they haven't even built him a home yet. It's awful. You were up at 4. Oh my God, that was 4 a.m. for you. See, like I was kind of laughing because I felt like they were maybe moving it to try to mess with us because they were like, haha, if we do it at 6 in the morning, maybe they won't show up. And I was like, well, that's when I wake up in the morning though. So like, yeah, no, I'll probably still be there. Like, what do you mean? But this is the one that that Ash went on before today's. So if we rewind time a little bit, there was a 360 that Ash came and made a semi-shorter appearance on. So
Thank you for the invitation. I am invited here. I have to tell you, you have to be someone to be invited here. And I made it. Finally, I get invited on O360 on Thursday.
Okay, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way this started off made me power laugh when I first saw it, because in the past, when Ash has appeared on the 360, the last few times before this, they did this whole thing where for a couple days before, of course, they're promoting the 360 at the end of the week or whatever that Ash is going to appear on, right? So we know it's a planned thing. And then they would be like, oh, but he's so busy and he's in a meeting, so we're not really sure if he'll make it. And then when Ash did make it, he would pretend like he wasn't invited there. And like it was like a impromptu thing that he decided to show up. And it was killing me. I loved it. I thought it was great. Great content. I was like, yes, that's fucking hilarious. Ridiculous, but hilarious. So when this one started out like that, I was like, well, at least you admit that you were invited this time.
Not the regular one.
Not the regular one. That's right.
One thing we know that we have to change the time, guys, if you want me to be here. It's like in the middle of the day, most jammed and productive time of the day. And it's either you make it, I don't know, February 30th.
And this is partially why I wanted to show you guys this one first, because this is how we got on to doing the 6 a.m. one today.
Black, tell us the time and it's done.
Or join Raminu. It's not ramen noodle. Yeah, Raminu. Raminu. I'm not sure what the topic is. I try to catch a couple of statements here when I come in.
Right.
I hear you. I probably sense some anticipation here and there. I kind of like somewhat envy you for that position to be.
Hello, good to see you. 6 a.m. means Ash changed time zone. Possibly. A lot of people believe that he's in Dubai. A lot of people have been speculating that, and that may be why they took the USA off the website. We will know, I guess, as time goes on.
Just not to be a part of the chaotic process. On the safe side, on the safe bank of the process, that's a good. But on the other side, I'm sure there are some incredible, deserving, curious leaders who would like to be in the kitchen.
I think that there's a whole bunch of people in this that would just really like their commissions. You know, like, we've been talking about this a lot. They were promised their commissions originally, by the way, in case you guys don't remember, because I know I bring up Christmas all the time. But it originally began in September of 2023 that they were told it's going to be any day, check your email. That's when it first really started. Okay, before that, it was like a speculative thing where they'd be like, oh yeah, we're going to get paid our commissions. September, however, is when everyone had to buy the O Connect, okay? So it was like, you have to buy this now, and then you're going to get your commissions of the 100% of that back. We're still waiting for people to get that. Okay, so that's how far back it goes. Then after that, and like September came and went, October, then we got into November, and then that's when Ash started to bring up Christmas time. And see, this is a pattern with Onpassive. They've been doing this the whole time. Although before, instead of commissions, it was we're going to launch. And then the day would come and go. And then it would be the next holiday. And then the next holiday. And then the next. And I've talked about this a lot. It's weird. It's almost broken down quarterly what they'll do. Because they just keep repeating it. It's like they're on repeat the past 5 years. Just doing this over and over again. And it's because, it works, obviously. Right? People are still there. You can't say they're not. So then Christmas came. And Ash did something really disgusting, which is why I often ran about it. Which is he told everyone they would for sure have payment by Christmas. Went on huge rants about how he would make their Christmases. Made it a point to say this directly to people in PNG. Like, there was a stream, and that was like his promise to them. It was very angering. We did not like it. And then after that didn't happen, and that came and went, right? Then it kind of went back to, it will be in the new year. Check your email. Now we're at the point where we're in April. Nobody's gotten that commission. And they've had to pay for O Connect a second time. Except for Marty, though. Marty has accidentally let it slip that he only has to pay once and he gets to use it for 12 months. Everyone else has to pay for it quarterly. Which means every 3 months they have to pay. It works out to the cost, even they say, is $125 a month for just the O Connect. The other thing is O Tracker now costs money. So it used to be free to go in and use. And now if you try to go in and use all the features, a big message pops up. I'm going to be releasing a short little video showing you all of that all over again. Because, we like to check in with it all. And so they're still waiting. And now they're like, oh, well, the good news is Ash isn't going to ask you guys to pay for O Connect again until he pays you out. And then in the next breath, they say, but we're waiting for more money to come in before we can pay out. Which, I don't know, maybe I'm the one that's crazy. But to me, that sounds like what a pyramid scheme would do, is wait for the money to come in before it's able to pay out. And it's frustrating because the money's come in twice now. The first time it came in, everyone was supposed to be basically given their money back. Okay? 100% commission first time you buy O Connect. Ash got all the money. He had no problem taking that money. O Connect is a piece of shit. That whole time, not working, buffering. People are having trouble logging into it. They don't know how to use it. There's no 107,000 page manual like there is now. A whole bunch of other stuff, okay? It's a mess. The whole thing's a mess. But they still deserve to get that money back. I'm sure that for many of them, the silver lining was the fact that they were owed that money back at least, when it was a piece of shit, even worse than it is now. And by the way, it's not great now. Okay, and that's the thing. Then they were made to pay again for this new version to come out, which came out late, by the way. It's late. And then it's also crap. We're going to be able to get into exactly how much crap it is, especially starting tomorrow. But just keep in mind, nobody's been paid in this thing. And yet they're very, very happy that Ash is here to talk to all of them. You're going to notice that they don't bring it up. Okay? And that's might anger you. I'm warning you. Okay? Angered me a little bit. I was kind of like, come on, like, one of these guys have to bring up something to do with that. You know? Nobody cares what is going on in the kitchen if the food is good. It's true. I mean, unless they're like very messy and breaking the health code, then I would care. Which is why more people should look into the SEC litigation. Hello, good to see you. Jelly Snack and Next Level giving Marty and Chris high blood pressure on a daily basis. Love it. Yes, and the Devil's Advocate and a couple other people. I'm there sometimes, but they block me pretty quickly. I spelled Onpassive with a 0 that looks like a capital O. Yes. Good to see you, Chris. Spell it however you want. They need O-mail refresh to see the commission emails. They just haven't bought it yet, right? And that's what I mean. See, there was like a 3-month period that people were being told, check your emails like every hour. So it's not fair to do to people, to put them on their seat like that, to promise them this money before a fucking holiday, where the holiday is essentially gift giving to their family. Then you claim to be a family company. My ass. You know, like, and it's still going on. And it's like, I don't understand. You get all of the O-Connect. They all paid for it, so why can't you just give them that money back like you said you would? You know? And then they paid for it again. So then now, why are we still sitting here? It's going on a couple months after that even now. There should be no reason. But now they're like, oh, we might need it a third time. But don't worry, Ash won't ask you for any money ever again until we can pay out, you know? The weird thing is that it is a public business update by a CEO of the massivest company in the world. A guy on a long boat, a fat guy with no teeth who picks his nose, and a buffoon who yells. I mean, yeah, that's the cast. that's the cast. You know? The first 3 months that they paid ended on November 30th. Well, see, and that's the thing. And then it was extended out for a while. Okay? Until like after Christmas time. And then it was time to pay again. And this is what I mean. After he fucks over all of their holidays. Because remember, they keep extending it. And this is why right now they have people in their own chats saying stop extension. It's a new hashtag out on Passive, actually. Stop the extension. People don't want it. They're like, can you please stop extending these O-Connect subscriptions and not paying us? Because they've started to clue in that every time he does that, it also means he's not paying it. You know? Florida is one of the top states ranking in human trafficking. I'm wondering what Ash truly used the money he got from founders for. I mean, I don't want to say that, but definitely not for anything that he should have used it for. Ash tries to claim the processor holds some of his money, while in reality, those credit card charges were frozen and being held by the government. See, this is the thing is, like I said, there's usually a warning on your file and on your credit. It's like having a big warning on your credit score, if you will, okay? So when you get in trouble for fraud, that happens, especially if you're being sued by one of the regulatory agencies. I'm just saying, that's really going to happen to you. So when you go to try to use these merchants, they always check like the business's credit and all this kind of stuff, right? And it's going to come up with a big fucking warning that's going to be like, this guy committed fraud. So the ones that they've had to go to are kind of like the scammy ones. And even they don't want to fuck with them. Like, really think about that. They already had to use the bottom of the barrel merchants. Because most will not go in with a company that is getting sued for fraud for $108 million. They will research it before they like sign on to be their merchant. Okay, you like it's so it's kind of silly. He's not going to be able to pay anyone until this case is taken care of. And even then, it might take a while for his credit to get to a good point, which might have already been screwed over from Ashmax, as we've all been speculating and wondering, because, you know, this is in his wife's name, a lot of it. And it's bizarre to do that because she has nothing to do with this thing. There's a reason for that. I'm just speculating. That's not like in stone the truth, but it's, you know, it makes you wonder when you see that. That's why she's the relief defendant. So, you know, it's like, you gotta really wake up if you're in this thing and realize that no, you're not going to get paid anytime soon. It's not fair to do to people who are depending on this in any way. Okay, there's people that have been in this thing for like 5 years that come from third world countries that are like, holy fuck, you've been promising me money for ages. Just pay me. I bought the O-Connect twice, damn it. They might really need that money. And so it's not really fair to not just be honest with them and explain the situation to them. You can't be a transparent company when you can't even do that. You know? Hello, Takara. Good to see you. Hi, Scam Chan. Checking O-mail? Yeah. Checking O-mail for your thing. Usually not. A lot of people were putting in their Gmail addresses instead. The actual members have been conditioned not to ask real questions by now, which is why this is a cult. Not just an MLM, not just a business. It's insane. It's insane looking over this with the Byte model. Check out my stream on that. They really got rocked with that documentation live stream. Ever since then, they have been privating live streams and trying to ignore us, even asking sensible questions that any investor asks. Just that any person in this, here's the thing. Any O founder that's in this has a right to ask any questions they want about this and to get at least somewhat of an answer and an honest one. That's like the least that they can do in this thing, right? You know, a real business needs lots of processors instead of a good merchant account. Yeah, like probably. But that's the thing is that even with them using the bottom of the barrel merchants, they don't even want to let them use them anymore. They went through like 3 in a row, like nothing. Like they signed up with one, they were okay for like a couple weeks. All of a sudden, the merchant was like, no, I'm out. Sign up with another one, same thing. It was ridiculous. You know? Hello, Gary. Marty, Red, and Chris are some great tech minds of the modern millennium. Right? I reported the use of the logos on the website to Visa and MasterCard. They forwarded my email to their fraud departments. I hope so, because it's really bothering me. They've kept that up there for a very long time. It's funny how they can really move quickly to remove the offices off there, huh? But it's really hard to remove that you accept Visa and MasterCard when you don't accept Visa and MasterCard. Like, what is that about? You know? They had to lock the 360 this morning because randos kept popping up on the screen, right? There's no security with it either. You know? The merchants had to hold on to the money in case there were chargebacks. According to Kamal, chargebacks cost $400. So they paid $143 but needed to hang on to $400 plus the $143. That's why no payouts. That, like, part of that does make sense, but then part of it doesn't really make sense. Right? It's like, I'm pretty sure that things were going okay, and then the merchant was like, we don't want to use you anymore. We've done our research on you, and we thought that some of these charges were a little off. And like, yeah, no, we found out that you're being sued and stuff. So we're not going to do that. I don't want to do that. You know, I sound so negative. Yesterday, Ron said that before Onpassive, he was in a bunch of MLMs where he met many great people but never made any money. Sound familiar? Yes, it's the speech. It's the usual MLM My Story speech when they find the one that they join at the beginning. Right? The only way that you can really be successful is if you're one of the very first people to sign up at the top of the pyramid. So basically, that's why these guys here are all very into this. Everyone underneath them is not going to make a cent. They're going to make money off of everyone in here. Ash especially, right? Ash has already made $108 million that he apparently did nothing with for the business. Like, really at all. You know, even when they do something, is it anything? You know? Not really. Not really. Ash said he is spending $5,000 per founder per month just so they can use OConnect. I suggested he gives each founder $2,500 and save himself money while OConnect is fixed. Comment was soon deleted. Ash has $1 million in cryptocurrency that he could pay to them at any time. So I don't, you know, there's also that. But I highly doubt, like, this is what I'm saying though, right? I doubt that he's spending that much. Okay, why would you do that? You know, like, that sounds so ridiculous. And double charges, yeah. Didn't Ash say that one of the processors were so impressed with Onpassive that they wanted to buy the company? Yes. Yes, he says these, like, crazy things like that. He just goes talking out of his arse. That's what he does. And then it's funny because then in the next stream, he'll be like, well, I've never said that. It's like Marty and his Ash never said he wanted to take over the internet. Okay, it's on the website, Marty. But okay.
Or as they would say, fly on the wall.
Love you, April.
However, unfortunately, we couldn't continue doing that. That's what I wanted to do in the beginning. I wanted to take everybody to the kitchen and
Weird. Stab them all with knives. I could see him saying that.
Sounds like a bit. At some point, it became like a little hazardous in a way.
Okay.
And We
Weird.
just don't want you to get burned somehow, and we had to clear that up.
That is what we mean when we say random people popping on the stream. See, this is the stream before today's. We're going to be reacting to today's tomorrow because I have to process the video and make it my own video. And I had to wait a little while before I could download it, even though it was at 6 in the morning and it's 2 p.m. All right, I'm working as fast as I can here, guys. And I don't want them to copyright strike me, right? So that's why I have to be more careful. But in this one, you're also going to just see random people just pop up. This is what Jelly Snack's talking about. Random people just poop on the stream, and then you'll see them kind of react to it too, like, oh shit, and then they remove the person. It's kind of funny though. It's like you would think that there would be a way to control who's on there more. You know?
What I could share with you, based on yesterday's meeting with the legal team that is working with us on
Again,
the payment processor case. As you know, there are two major processors who are holding the revenue that came in from OConnect up until now.
here it is.
Two major ones. I mean, there are some tiny ones, and we cleared some of it, but the main balance remains in reserve for some. We also shared previously that some of, or actually the track that we were on, it took us about 3+ months, nearly 4 months on the wrong track with the wrong people. Not that they failed to deliver, but
Yeah, no, Ash. The problem's everybody else. Yeah, no, it's everybody else, right? The problem isn't you, who literally has been running a company for 5 years, and you never once planned to pay people out in it. I think that's been outed about you. Otherwise, you would have already had all of this shit sorted out 5 years ago, dude. Okay? Who the fuck creates an MLM company and doesn't get a merchant, a processor, some way to handle the money for people to buy the products and for you to pay them? That's like one of the first things that you would be doing, other than like your business model. But again, you didn't have one. See, but it's not that. That's not the problem here. Right? It's because they're all assholes that are trying to mess with you. Yeah, no, the government's trying to stop them. Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk are trying to stop them. The whole tech community and industry does not want Ash Mufareh to release OConnect to the world. They've all gotten together, had a big board meeting. They definitely didn't use OConnect for it, though. And they were like, listen, we need to stop this man. We need to stop him right now. Steve Jobs came down from heaven. It was great fun. They had a party, you know? But they were like, listen, we don't want him creating his tech products. And all of the processors and merchants got together and they were like, we'll stop him. We'll be like your soldiers out here. We'll get Ash Mufareh and his company to end this tech shit. We'll never be able to compete with such a man. Yeah, no, that's what happened, Ash. Yeah, no, it was that. And they were the wrong people to be working with. Ash, your first payment merchant was somebody that was in Mexico that was charging you extra fees for people to make their payments. And then taxes on top of that. You, knowing this, and knowing that it was kind of an iffy one, right? Okay, we talked about it over here, about who it was and everything. You still went ahead. You're supposed to be the CEO here, the decision maker, right? So that's on you. That's not on them, okay? Yeah, they're crap maybe. Even if that were true is my point. It's still you. You're the one that went with them. You're the one that broke the law here. You're the one that didn't register your securities properly. You're the one that started the pyramid scheme. You're the one that got caught. Because you didn't break the laws. You didn't follow the fucking regulations. That's all, again, you. That's your fault. At the end of the day, no matter where you point the finger, for whatever reason, Ash, all right, there's 3 of them pointing back to you. Listen to how corny you're making me sound. But pay attention, sir. Okay, you can't keep doing this. It's still your fault. It's your fault for then mixing in with those bad people and putting your business in their hands. When you know, allegedly, you have 800,000 people or more over here depending on you in this company to change their lives. Maybe you need to be more fucking careful, sir. And this is what I mean. Like, you haven't taken this seriously at all, I feel like. It's like, you didn't plan things ahead. You didn't sort things out. This thing's been going for 5 years. This isn't year 1. And you're doing things that should have already been sorted out years ago. And then when they don't turn out, because everything's rushed, and now, of course, you're caught and you're scammed, so there's some problems now, then you'd want to point the finger at everybody else. And it's like, no. Zoom is shaking in their boots watching this. Yeah. They're like, oh my God, Connect. How will we ever compete? All founders saying every company is jealous and scared of Onpassive. Reb was saying yesterday that no one has heard of Onpassive yet, and we need to be patient. Red is the most honest one. It's the old arrogant Ash. If processor makes so much money, let's create our own processor. If KYC costs so much, let's create our own KYC. Then he discovers it can take years. It's not only that, it's also his way to try to find a loophole over here. Right? Because obviously he can't do things legally right now. So he's like, okay, they want to try to stop me from being able to take people's money and stuff and run this scam. I'll just make my own then. Yeah, I'm just going to create my own. But yeah, it takes time. But it's like, why would you promise people that they'll get paid by Christmas knowing damn well that you don't even have the ability to pay it? You know? Your Honor, Zuckerberg and Google are to blame. We're just making the new internet, right? Right, they're trying to stop me. They're trying to stop me. They have such an us versus them mentality with the other people in their own industry. And I'm kind of over here like, you would think that they would be trying to build bridges, that they would be networking, you know, that they would be like trying to get along with maybe people in the industry. Instead, they're like, fuck everybody. They're all out to get us. And I'm like, should you be starting in the industry like that? I mean, again, now you're off to a bad start, and that's on you. That's because of your behavior, nobody else's. They don't have 800,000 anymore. How many of the 800,000 have paid the extra 143? My guess is maybe 200,000 or yes, less. I hope so. I hope so. I'm just going by, you know, because if we go by what they say, then they have millions, and I definitely don't believe that. That's how many are mentioned in the SEC litigation. So yeah, that's why I said that number. It probably isn't still that many, but it's not like they have admitted to losing anyone either, right? If anything, they've added 200,000 people to it or more, depending on when you hear it from them, right? That's what the number changes. Like one day it'll be like, we have over 1 million people. And then the next day it'll be like 1.8. And then the day after that, it'll be like 1.3. And I'll be like, oh no, what happened to those 5? You know, like what happened to them? Did they leave? And then did they stay? He's like, we have 2 million now. And I'm like, oh my God, just stop. So I have that one in writing in a litigation. So that's why I usually use the 800,000 number, because that's how many people that they found during their investigation. And I trust them with numbers more than me. Me that has the math learning disability, we probably shouldn't trust as much with numbers. I'm just saying. Onpassive has so many single points of failure as a legitimate business, except their real business is focusing on getting money off founders, period. Yeah, and it shows because, again, 5 years, didn't plan any of this, and what products? Like, they're crappy. 800,000 paid $97. Some paid more than once. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, we know Gersminder had over 2,000 accounts, wasn't it? I believe Ash tried to bring that up to me when I went on his webinar, like that was a flex. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't be bragging about that. Isn't that kind of partially why you're in trouble right now? I have 30 accounts, Gary says. I really hope you're not stuck with 30 accounts. That would be awful. Or at least that you didn't pay for OConnect in all 30 accounts. Sell them off.
They failed to deliver on the projected time initially, so they kind of stretched the process. I
Yes,
don't
he
think
did,
it's
Joe.
intentional, but obviously it was something so simple that the time, when it exceeded what it should take, it
Oh,
made it a bit
this one.
more complex. So we had to contract a complete different team to do that. We've been, this is the third week technically on the case with these people.
That's what I mean, though, Gary. Like, why would you need to buy this thing more than once? Like, what are you doing with it? Like, you buy it once, it's supposed to work on all your devices. So it's like, why would you open up more than one account and then buy it in those accounts on top of your own account? Like, this just makes no sense. Like, are you fucking downloading 30 OConnects? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. But of those, how many did they convince to pay $143 back in September? And of those, how many were actually able to submit a payment during the 5 minutes each day they could accept payment? Yeah, and see, that was also an issue. And they never tell the truth. They just blamed the O founders. They were like, you didn't hit the window properly. We have a window you can pay. Yeah, you didn't make it in the window. I'm sorry, it's like a drive-through that's only open for 5 minutes a day. You got to come up and pay and go. You don't make it, you don't pay, you don't get in. And it was like, no, like, obviously something else is going on here. That sounds ridiculous. They're like, the merchants are doing it. I'm like, no, you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. Waiting is the journey. It really is. That's all you do on the journey, right? Is wait for things. You're telling me I didn't need to buy Zoom every month? No. And that's the thing, is that like most decent businesses will just go and buy a business package at Zoom. They don't have that here. So like technically, if you were a business and you came into Onpassive and then you wanted to buy OConnect for everyone in your business, you would have to pay $125 a month per person in your business. How many employees do you have? Let's say you have 10. You're going to pay 125 times 10? That you're going to do that and get them all to join Onpassive? No. It just sounds ridiculous.
There's no doubt from the very beginning that we are going to win this case. There's absolutely no doubt. And it's not a surprise what we heard yesterday. We heard the date. So we got a resolution, we got the date. I probably, it's advisable that I shouldn't share the date publicly. But the good news, we got it solved, or at least.
Oh, yeah. If you're non-passive, you have to give your first and last name You have to give your bank information. I don't know why they say that. It's just it won't accept it. But they do ask you. Like, they're always like, oh, you don't have to give your Visa and MasterCard. You can't get a free trial of OConnect unless you agree to payment after the trial's over. So what do you mean? Like, and I don't trust the site. I've said this many times. A lot of reasons to not trust that it's secure and that it would be okay for you to put any personal information on there. They even want you to be in your first and last name on YouTube if you want to like join in on their streams. They get all upset people aren't in their first and last name trying to talk to them. I always tell people maybe don't do that. It's not the best. Some founders claim their wallet credit is gone one day. Well, yeah, that's the thing is that all OCoin is, which is what the wallet credit came in, right? Is their OCoin. All it is a number in an O wallet that Ash created. And anytime he could just put it back equally at any time, he can put however much he wants to into your account. And has he done that even for your commissions? Why hasn't he offered to at least give you that no coin then? Because even that hasn't happened. You know? Some of the founders were saying on today's webinar that they like waiting a long time for things to happen. The journey. Yeah. But it's like, what if I told you that you could join an MLM company and then get paid in the same month? Would you like be astounded? I don't understand.
We knew there was not any faults on our side, okay, and there would be somebody responsible
I did
for
it too,
that
Chris.
hurt that we got as a return of that. It's a couple of months delay. I understand that, and we know that we have a date very soon, and this will be behind us. So that's the biggest thing in my mind. I'm going to go back and say it's almost like you're one of those who are pushed behind the door, got to stay there and wait. We'll tell you the results of the either a star is being born or I don't know, cooking a meal. You just got to be outside for a bit. Give us some space. We'll give you the result. It's good in a way. A lot of people prefer it that way. Just tell me. I mean, sounds familiar, maybe. Uh, tell me when you're done. Okay. So, anyone heard that before? Yeah.
Yeah, no, see, and that's a problem, Joe, honestly, because it is like that. When you sign up for Gmail, you do give your first and last name usually. And then they go to make you an email with it. My email is my first and last name. I came out here in my first and last name. It didn't turn out well for me, but hopefully you find yourself a good community that isn't going to do things to you in real life,
As
Yeah, I had to edit it. So those aren't the backgrounds like as they are, but you are right. Their backgrounds in the OConnect, like they're not special. But the reason why the video looks like this is because I had to edit it a bit because of the fact that 5 of us got copyright strikes, several of us got 2 of them, and unfortunately, Onpassive Review lost their channel. So, did Ash just make a sex joke? Probably. He does that a lot.
okay. So, anyone heard that before? Yeah. We'll give you the result. It's good in a way. A lot of people prefer it that way. Just tell me. I mean, sounds familiar, maybe. Uh, tell me when you're done. Okay. So, anyone heard that before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
As but speaking of that, tell me when you're done. Do you know what the bed or the blanket told the bed?
Well, same. I don't have anything to hide, though.
I'm afraid to ask.
I got you covered.
Yes.
I got you
Yeah,
covered.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So that is the main thing. So we got you covered. That's what matters to you. We got you covered. You're definitely
Yeah, no, it's always great when the boss makes a lot of sex jokes at work and then hits on the people there. Everyone loves that, you know? Especially HR. They like it the best. I got you covered. Tell me when you're done. That's what Ash's wife says every month. Did it to yourself, buddy. You did it to yourself. All right, Ash. You guys can't get mad at me. So you set it up. Set yourself up. Jeez, what nonsense. It was also a bad joke, in my opinion. I was kind of like, yeah, he tried to. You guys really didn't make a sex joke? I'm like, well, he kind of tried. I don't know if it landed the greatest. I mean, I was kind of like, really? That's all you got? You can usually do better than that. Redbeard. We call him Dick Redbeard now. Right? Because his name is Richard. And this is why it's so funny when Marty goes on these rants where he's like, you can't come in here in another name. You got to use your real name, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, so then why is it Redford? Why isn't it Richard? Dick? And also, apparently Marty's name is Dawn. So, I'm just saying. Not even a cookie disclosure banner on the website. Nope. You can usually opt to not have the cookies read as well. Like you can opt out of it. They'll give you the choice of allowing all cookies, allowing just partial, or not allowing them. And sure, sometimes if you don't allow them, then you might not be able to use the site. But at the same time, by law, they're supposed to put that on there. It's a big issue that they don't. You know, I don't like it. Has anyone in Europe seen a cookie option? It's actually mandatory there. No, that's where Devil's Advocate is. But it's also mandatory here. It's also mandatory in the US in a lot of places. So you should probably just do it. This is why on most of the sites, the .com sites as well, you'll notice they have that. It's because technically you're supposed to warn people or at least let them know. At the very least, you're supposed to say, this website uses cookies. Go back a couple of years and hi, I'm Mike Ellis was bragging that Onpassive payments would be the next day. Yeah, it used to happen all the time. This is what I mean. This isn't new, except this time they actually have paid for product. So to them, it felt more real. But they often do this. We're going to get paid soon. We're going to launch the product soon. We're launching the company soon. And then it just keeps going. All of our first and last names are probably involved in handfuls of dailies. Probably.
in a position that you may not understand the capacity, the value, the magnitude of it fully. I do. And I hope you're not surprised. In fact, some of our staff, we're a broad company now, they don't even know by design
What?
all the details and the mechanics. This business sounds
Is that the problem?
like I thought we could play everything in
Hello?
an open way, like an open source type of application.
So no more random 100 people getting paid? No. That was pretty much over like 2 or 3 days after they said it.
It looks like the business nature requires some privacy and confidentiality.
Okay.
We're definitely building a new level of immunity and a new level of confidence. Absolutely, because if you
By the way, I sped this up just a teeny bit, and he still has long pauses.
go through what we went through, uh, your potential and tolerance become much greater. That's one thing. I have to share with you. I have just came across the very best website in 2024 so far. 3 months already in the year, and it's called
I don't think so.
www.onpassive.com. I believe it is gorgeous. Check it out. Onpassive.com. What a
It drives me nuts right now in the laptop or desktop mode. I hear it's different on tablet mode and maybe on mobile, but it drives me nuts right now. Okay, they have a fucking box, the letters outside of the box.
beauty. It's a beautiful
I hate it.
website. And thank you to our design team once again. They are up in their
Ugly.
own game.
About a website, the website,
We
you know?
will announce the release of Otrim mobile app. In fact, the Google Play or Play Store is already there. I just hope you do that responsibly if you want to do it without waiting for.
Yeah, no, it really sucks. It really sucks. I don't think that Onpassive Review wanted to give up their personal information to fight. So, unfortunately, that's the other thing about YouTube that is a little bit iffy, is that if you get the copyright strike and you are going to dispute it, you have to give your personal information. But they got, I believe, 3 strikes and couldn't fight it because of that. And unfortunately, their channel is gone. We went to go look for it, and it was just missing. But I hope that they create a new channel and then reach out to us, and I can help them with ways to not get copyright struck. And we can replan how they can do it. So if you're out there Onpassive Review, reach out to me. Send me an email. It's on my channel.
Hour ago, but also the App Store is coming up by Apple. It's just a couple of days probably or so. It's in the process. They tend to take a little longer, but once that all done, we can
Right?
announce, and you can, of course, we will add it to the back office where you could have.
I don't know if Otrim does. I don't believe it does, but his whole thing is that, yeah, he wants to make them all into apps that you can download off of Google Play or Apple. I think he's hoping that will legitimize it for him more. Right? He's done that with OConnect. He's going to be doing it with the O Tracker, especially now that he charges money for it. I think he's hoping that he'll be able to use those sites, have more people kind of come in, and then also it will legitimize him in some way. If he's like, oh, you can download us off Google Play, right? Unfortunately, he's constantly finding weird ways to do that.
Otrim also on your mobile device.
Don't send me an email. Don't send me an email. I won't get it. I tried to send myself an email yesterday. You're going to see how great it went.
And last probably topic I want to say, overall, I really want you to give yourself a buffer or a breather in a way where.
Yeah, Chris, he just has to realize that, this one's the exact same.
we have been talking about this for a bit, and we have seen things, okay, in practicality, things.
Ash has seen things. He's seen things. And yeah, the whole time, Marty's just over here loving it. Chris is over here loving it. Red's over here loving it. You know, they'll be out here pushing Onpassive on everyone soon.
Hello. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior?
Ash Mufareh?
No.
It wasn't fucking optional!
We're out for, you know, some danger. Some danger might be happening in future. I'm just saying.
Don't go exactly as you wish all the time. And
Men talking about what's going to happen, episode 900. Right?
you become more aware, more knowledgeable. You gain more experience throughout the process. And you either have more people on board your team, or you team up with others outside externally, and you definitely learn, and it's a healthy thing. It is wise to consider that and apply that additional knowledge that you didn't know, let's say, a while ago.
It is, Mark B. It's actually very, very frustrating because it happens out here all the time. All the time with people that speak out about all kinds of scams and bad pseudosciences. I've had my anti-vax videos taken down, and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm speaking out against the anti-vax community. I've had videos taken down for other scams that I've covered, where they say that I'm doing misinformation and whatnot, and I'm like, no, I'm speaking out about it. And it is ironic how Onpassive Review gets shut down so easily, whereas these guys can they can literally stream a scam out here to 30 channels at the same time every single day. The exact same video. They'll spam YouTube with this scam. Right? And people will report it, but nothing happens. Do they lose their channels or monetization? No. It's very, very frustrating. And it's too bad because according to the consumer protection laws, especially in the US, which is where, you know, YouTube's supposed to be located, and going by the laws in the US, you have every right to speak about businesses, to review them, to speak publicly about them. Here you have whistleblower protection. So it's like, it shouldn't be happening like that. But YouTube has a lot of problems, especially when it comes to the copyright system. Right? In this case, they copyrighted several of Onpassive Review's videos. And basically, unless he hands over all of his personal information and fights it, then he loses his channel. In the meantime, though, all of those videos that he did were transformative in nature. Or they were parody, or they were, you know, or it were reactions like I do. So it shouldn't have even been able to get a copyright strike. I used Scam Passive's video, and the person that was striking all of us did not even own the rights to the videos. They were on other people's channels. It wasn't like Marty and Chris doing it. It wasn't even Ash actually doing it. It was another person that we didn't even realize really existed much until it happened. So it's like, well, how can this person claim rights to these videos? They shouldn't have been able to. But YouTube is like, oh, well, they say that they own the rights. I'm like, it's not even on their channel. However, YouTube says that's out of our hands. You know, it's a legal issue. And then he would have to hand in all the personal information and basically say, okay, you guys got to take me to court. This is why it's fair use. And then they would have 10 days to respond and prove they were going to be taking him to court. And then he could win the copyright strike. That's how I won both of mine. That's what the Recovering Hunbot's doing. You know, and I've told people too, if you are doing an anti-Onpassive channel and you need someone's personal information to put in, I don't mind you using me for some of you. Like, get a hold of me. We can talk. My information's already out there. They already have it. It's already used. I don't care. That way you don't have to dox yourself, right? Because I wouldn't want anyone in my community to do that. I just don't. Like, don't be handing out your personal information. If you have an anonymous channel and you want to stay anonymous, you're allowed to stay anonymous. You don't have to say who you are on here. You know? So, I have lots of people with anonymous channels of me, so I'm kind of like, you know, like, what are you going to do? And if you're going to be out here, you got to know that people are probably going to make a video about you at some point. Like, just be prepared for it. You're not perfect. You'll do something stupid out here eventually. People will react to it. They'll talk shit on you. You'll find out who your real friends are out here, if you have any. You know? It'll happen. But that's why I wouldn't want my community to feel like they have to put themselves out there. No, I'm like the shield over here. You know, you're supposed to be able to come in here and have fun and then go and enjoy your day and not worry about anything else to do with Onpassive in the meantime, if you so choose. You know, I have fun with people when we troll them and stuff. I have fun, but I'm not out here going, you have to do that. And you have to tell me your name and you have to no, and I'll even help you try to stay anonymous, you know? Yes, be careful on these YouTube streets, okay? Be careful. Careful on these YouTube streets, is what I'm saying. And if people actually cared about you and you being in their community, they'd tell you the same thing. They would say, please be careful on these YouTube streets. You know, and they would urge you not to give out your personal information and etc., which is why these guys saying the opposite drives me nuts a little bit. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you telling everyone they have to dox themselves? That's awful advice. I've been against that since Miss Parker announced that 2 years ago on a live stream. Just don't do that. That's bad. Don't. As someone that did it, don't. Okay? I already lived it for you. All right? I'll make the mistakes so that you don't have to. All right? That's what I'm here for. You know, that's been my life mission, so that you can learn from my mistakes. And then we can learn about things like this together to stay out of, like these scams and cults. Because, yeah, this is culty. We're about halfway through, though. So that's the good news. You know? 2 hours a day for 5 years at minimum USA wage totals $52,000 of lost wages. That's the real cost of Onpassive. Yeah. I mean, or technically more. Because, let's be real, Ash is promising them overworking wage in this. It's already gotten him in trouble with FTC. He's already gotten a warning for illegal income claims. All right? Because before me and the Recovering Hunbot even got here, they had all kinds of memes and videos where they were like, you can make $1 million in a day. Like crazy shit. Even crazier than now. They've tamed themselves a little bit, you know? They're slowly learning. We're slowly picking away at them. But they're never going to be completely honest. We're beyond that. So probably more than $52,000 of lost wages based on Ash and what he has said. Right? That's a great number for, you know, average working wage there. But technically, Ash claims you're going to make way more than that and not have to work. And not only for you, but your whole family. No one in your family will have to work. So I think we're talking more than that. Which, I always use my name and for some reason, people still don't like it. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, Mike. That's so sad. It could also be possible that Ash was secretly working for the reptilian shapeshifters who were trafficking humans for a long time. Maybe he was. I mean, I'm a lizard person. And, you shouldn't be trafficking people if you're a lizard person. Please don't do that. Yeah, but I take that 2 hours out of my time. And wasn't no one paying me for that before? Me too, but it's okay. How much do founders think they are receiving? I know Joanna from PNG was expecting to make $1 million from it. And that's basically what Ash has put out there. Is that if you do this, you're going to make millions. Yeah, that's what he's put out into the world. He's pretty much made those claims in the past, and he infers them very heavily now, except for lately, because they don't like talking about funds anymore, or apples anymore, huh? All of these guys have income, they all have a house, boat, etc. What do they care? And that's the thing. Like, they sit here and they go, oh, well, you can just wait. I mean, I'm okay waiting. And I'm like, you're in the USA living in suburbia, okay? You got a 401k. Yes, it's okay for you maybe to be able to wait. Whatever. Do what you want, Marty. I suggest getting out of the chair every once in a while, maybe doing a lap around the room, but, whatever. But it's like, they're saying this to people in Papua New Guinea, South Africa, all over the UAE, in some very, very not rich places. Okay? And it's like, you gotta be a special kind of piece of shit to be able to, like, sit in your cushy environment. That's a special kind of privilege that these guys have. And they don't realize their privilege to be able to do that while promising other people that have far less than them, right? It's like, it's just so insensitive. I don't know how you can do that. It's so cringe to watch. It's like, literally, how do you sit there and look at these people knowing that they're struggling more than you? Okay, you have a bunch of people around one laptop computer sitting on a dirt road. Okay? They could really use the fucking money that they used to buy that O Connect. They need this commission, and then you're sitting there in your nice little house with your internet and your smart TV and your smartphone, and you got, like, way more than them. And you're like, oh, why can't you wait? Why are you being selfish and not waiting? Excuse me? Who the fuck are you? I hate it. I hate it every time. It drives me insane. It's one of the worst things that they do to me. Not to me, like that they're doing it to me. I mean, to me, I feel like it is one of the worst things that they do during their streams. It's really gross. Lizard person bro code. I love it. I heard humans taste like chicken. I wonder how true that is. We should ask Ash. We should. This is my real name. My parents suck. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that username. Good to have you here, Mr. Name. On Red's channel the other day, they were talking about all meeting up on O Cruise and using private jets to get there. And this is what I mean. Like, they talk like this, and I'm like, dude, the people that you're selling this to just want to be able to buy fucking groceries. And like, the fact you haven't paid them yet, and then you're like flaunting wealth that you don't have and that they're not going to get, it irks me a bit. It just irks me. It's gross. And Chris flat out told everyone to get a job. I know. And I'm kind of like, you got one nerve. Okay? Say it in the mirror, Chris. So has anyone discussed that Chris has never gone home? He's still parked in his RV. I wonder if he sold his house. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know what his trip plans are. We're not even really hearing about his trip anymore. It's almost like he's not on it anymore. Maybe he just streams in there now. Maybe he has family in his house and they're like, we don't want to hear about this Onpassive shit anymore. It's like a CC from New York, Westchester County situation. He only streams in his kitchen when his wife's not home. The rest of the time he's in his vehicle. Maybe that's what Chris is doing. Ask Gina Leva to explain it to you. She loves it, right? She loves explaining everything. He's going to have to get home soon. The grass is going to start growing. Yeah. He's got to go cut the lawn. You're surprised that they're not helping the people in Taiwan with the earthquake. Are you surprised, though? I'm no longer surprised. I just wanted Ash to do, one water filtration system. It was like, okay, you got a bunch of money for the buy-in to be an O-founder. You can do something for them now. And it just never fucking happened. But yes, they should be doing something because they do claim to be here to save humanity. Help all of humanity. But that's what I mean. There's been several situations where they could have done things. And they just won't. Instead, they want to do these webinars and just talk about how great Ash is. It's got to be expensive having roaming Wi-Fi in that RV, right? Probably, yeah. I mean, I don't know how it would work. I'm not good with that, but it would probably be more expensive than the Wi-Fi from your home, yeah? Ash asking for a raise today. What a punk. Poor Jean, I feel sorry for her, but she's mad as a hatter. She is. She is. I wonder what kind of skeletons are in the Onpassive closet. There's lots. Onpassive solutions are not coming soon. No. We should do a Fight Club takedown of Onpassive. At the end, how they take out all the big credit computers. Maybe they will get a militia together and help Haiti. Wonder how Marty would look in camo. Do ya? I'll let you just think of that one on your own, Louisiana. I'll leave that one up to you. They would be fully trained up and confident by now. Right?
I believe it's unwise to have all of that and just kind of ignore it and not to make any use of it. So we should be open to the fact that why not improve if we're able to? What we know today far better, bigger, broader than what we knew before.
Usually people often have to update their software. So if you're going to keep saying that you're going to have to update things as being a whole new release, we're going to be here forever.
And we should allow and accept the fact that, yeah, let's kind of take advantage of this new experience and expertise that we've gained. And I think we just shouldn't be all stuck to something that we've fantasized in our childhood and is going to happen this specific way.
I don't know what that means. People sit around, they fantasize that they're going to become a millionaire by joining a pyramid scheme when they're kids. I don't understand. Why are you coming for children's dreams now, Ash?
It's a different life. It's a different field. And I hope you think like me, positively. Take it with a better thing because
somebody else shows up on the screen every time. It's so funny.
You're better today than before when we started the process. And if you apply that, that's actually a powerful thing.
Okay, but what do you mean by apply that? Because, like, I would say applying that, it would be leaving this thing and then finding a way to actually uplift humanity without Onpassive. You directly doing something to help humanity in some way. But you are probably thinking just sitting around waiting and being all positive. Right? So it depends how you define that, Ash.
And you want to be with somebody that who is on a constant growth journey. You don't
Right, Violet? It's like the expression, history repeats itself. You know?
want to be with somebody who's kind of like static. It's this way, this way. We have somewhat an unbelievable boldness and stubbornness on the principles, on the direction.
Okay.
But perhaps it is very healthy for us to make justifications or enhancements and improvement on the minor details as long as you get there. One of the ironic things in life, and we see that throughout the internet quite often these days, if
Okay.
people are programmed in a certain way, and if you're just exactly on that lane, you you would accept me, or if I'm with you on the same exact track, you would accept me. But if I'm exactly on the same direction, but using a different method or a different approach, you oppose me. And it looks like everybody on off that track, like
What do you mean by approach? Ash is like, listen, my approach here is that I'm going to take all of your money for products, promise you commissions, and then not pay you. And if you don't like that, you're just holding on to an old school mindset and how you viewed life in your childhood. You need to let go of that and be woke today.
yourself, maybe someone else that you know on that lane, they're all good. You accept it, but anybody else is totally unacceptable, or like you would even kind of clash with them.
Yeah, again, I think this is why Marty's out here all.
Hello. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior?
Ash Mufareh?
No.
It wasn't fucking optional!
Yeah, you gotta be positive. Think positive. You just don't like the way Ash is doing something. How negative you are.
You see that a lot in social media, the non-traditional social media. A lot of people agree on the same thing. Politics too. Let me tell you something about America.
Oh. America! Fuck yeah! Coming in to save the motherfucking day, yeah!
Not now. Okay. We all agree on the same thing, but if you're not speaking the same exact dialogue, it's like you're an enemy. You shouldn't be that way. But we believe we want the same thing technically, and so you want to go to New Jersey. That's a beautiful destination.
Going
you
on
might
a
have
trip.
a different method. Everybody has their own way to get there, as long as you get there or you're in that direction.
Well, like, I wouldn't walk there. I'm over here in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And there's a few different ways I could get to New Jersey. Right? I'd probably fly. But I would not walk. That would be stupid of me. That would take me many moons, Ash. Okay? So, your whole point here is stupid. And so is your analogy. Once again, you fail at that. All right? Because it does much matter, like how you get there. Especially if you're going to New Jersey. I'm just saying. Like, come on now.
Doesn't matter how you do. So if somebody is not on the same exact,
Gary says, because Ash's boyhood dream was always to rob the poorest black people on earth. Right? Apparently, according to this,
aisle of your airplane or whatever, it doesn't mean they're bad or their intention is bad. So I hope
well, I'm pretty sure that if I walked to New Jersey to meet up with all of you and you all took a flight there, like the train or something there instead, like, I would be in pretty rough shape when I showed up, you know? Walking for several days. It wouldn't be good for me. You know, so it might matter. Might matter just a little bit.
delivering the fact that we should be a little bit more flexible, dynamic, and accepting different approaches as long as we get there.
Oh, Lord.
That's prepping for something
Guys, we're going to be here for another 20 fucking years.
that is probably chain.
Right? That's what would happen. Imagine Queen showing up haggard and hungry to an Onpassive meeting with bloody feet. That's what would happen. You know? It would be awful. I don't know if I would be able to jump in the meeting right away. I might collapse when I finally arrive, you know, just for a little while first. I made it! I'm here! Guys, it took me 6 days, but I finally walked here. I'm here, I made it! Oh, fuck, I made it late. I'm late. They had the meeting 5 days ago. Damn it! You know, like, it would be kind of a problem. Right? Don't worry, Queen, there's a buffet. They have cake! You can't forget the cake! No, we can't forget it! Like, I get what he's trying to say. His whole point, again, because it seems to be the point that we have to make in every single stream since 2019. Ash's point in every stream since 2019 has basically been, it's all about the journey. Right? No matter what is going on, that is the one thing that they all hold on to. That works with every situation that they go through, you know, is it's all about the journey. Do you know who else says that, by the way, that I've covered? Jim Jones used to say that. But I don't know. Maybe that one makes Marty happy.
If that's a cult, call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke.
You know who else used to say that? Amy Carlson, Mother God. Now Aurora says it. I'm just saying. You know, it's not a great thing to be saying. It tends to be very culty.
But I'm also preparing you. We should.
What have you all planned for your retirement? Mine is in 12 years, but we might still be watching this. Maybe, right? I'll be like 70 years old streaming about Onpassive scams still.
Always accept that it could be better. It should be better because we know better now. We know more.
I'm 37, by the way. Just in case you were wondering.
And I did not prepare again. I don't have any thought other than what I just shared with you, mostly.
When does he ever prepare for anything?
Because if I have to stay here, I'm going to be charging overtime. If I don't see you by Sunday, happy Easter, everyone. Thank you so much. Somebody's going to be looking for... I mean, are you going to do egg hunting?
No, Ash. Nobody can do a fucking egg hunt. Do you want to know why? Because they're waiting for their fucking commissions. Like, stop it. The fact that you don't pay people and then you're like, well, what are you doing for your holiday?
Okay. I bought a barbecue sauce case for you.
That's funny, Ash actually doing something for them, right? It's a good joke. It's a good joke. Good one.
All right, back to you, brothers. So whoever want to take it over.
Thanks very much, Ash. Thanks for popping in.
Thank you, Ash, for coming in.
Yo, brother. Thank you, brother.
And of course, like near the end, what do we have, guys? What are they all going to be? Club and Seals! You know? He's so funny!
No, you don't have to go. You can hang out for 5 more seconds. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, hang out with us.
What are
I
you
think we
gonna do
should.
with that?
I think Marty and Chris. I think we should make.
We don't care we haven't gotten commissions yet. Just pay attention to me. Just pay attention to me. Please hang out with me for longer. Dad.
Maybe move the time so that Ash can hang out for.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
a
give
better
me.
time.
No, I like Ominono around. That's a good time. I mean, I think that's a great opportunity. But
Or early in the morning, because
Right, we'll be reacting to Ash's kids and Marty's grandkids selling Onpassive.
before things get.
Chris already has kids.
What about early in the morning?
what's early? We're all
What
up
time zone?
like 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, our time zone. Don't worry about Red. He's prone to getting.
No, we could do it. We could do it early.
Mark says, my poor Onpassive mate used to say it was about the money, but it's now about the journey and creating value for humanity. I'm lost for words with him. Right? It will be about whatever they indoctrinate him to believe it's about in the moment. And you'd be surprised how many times these jackasses on the screen have changed what it's been about since I've been here. We've gone back and forth and all over the place, okay? It's about the technology. It's about saving humanity. It's about the money. It's about helping the homeless with Obless. All right, it's about creating a new internet that doesn't censor them. Etc., 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 you know? It's about helping people. It's just like a carousel of things. Just goes round and around and around. And they just pull out whichever one will help them manipulate the masses in the moment. It's almost like they got all these cards ready to go, you know? And they're like, shit, when we promise them commissions and then they don't get paid, that's when we have to pull out the we're saving humanity card. And then when they realize we're not saving any humanity, we have to go, hey, look over here at this new tech thing we just made. It's about the tech. And then when the tech sucks, we go, but we're going to make money off of it still. Don't worry, guys. And then we just ping pong off all of them. It's ridiculous. Did you guys know that AI actually stands for Ash's Internet?
Earlier would be easier than later, really. Easier for Red.
Yeah, then
Yeah, it's better for me.
for all of us, actually.
Yeah.
And being safe for kids, yeah, because you want the company that breaks child labor laws in several different places, right? To be in charge of what's okay for children.
You come
And
up
it's
with a
better,
time.
probably better for Ash because he's busy scheduled and he can carry on and
Oh, Jesus.
do your thing.
This is something where you have to make an executive decision, Ash. This is your calling. It's your decision.
We could do like I don't want to do it while the kids are going to school. 8 o'clock. Is that too early?
Earlier better. Yeah.
8 a.m. would be okay, or 6 a.m.?
Earlier.
6.
Like
5.
6, 7.
All right, 6. I can do it beforehand. That's not bad. It's just
What day?
7 to 8.
Wednesday? Wednesday or Thursday? What's a good day?
Well, we're normally Wednesday. It's only because I had a funeral yesterday. You had fishing,
Right?
and
And I'm just in New Jersey, so
yeah.
I do want to also.
Yeah, Ash had to be there so that you could plan when you were going to live stream with Red. It was super important. You know, he's really busy as the CEO of this thing. You know, I was talking about how busy he is and shit. But you guys just had to talk about that for a minute after you begged him to stay here, right?
Make a commitment, so you change it for me. So do what's best for you. But I'm just saying,
It's easier for you earlier.
this is the middle of the day. Yeah.
If there's
This is the middle of the day, and I can't do this anymore.
more chance of seeing you, then
You didn't know who I had to leave. Okay, so to be
Okay, you could have just ended it there. It's things like this where I'm just like, why? Why are you such a pompous asshole? Like, it wasn't enough for you to just be like, oh, I'm very, very busy here because the CEO of the biggest scam in all of the US right now. You know, other than OneCoin. Jesus. Instead, though, you gotta throw in a, you don't know. You don't know who I didn't meet up with in order to be here. It's like, oh my god, just shut up and get off the fucking stream then. Usually when you have to brag about things like that, guess what? It's like when a guy brags about having a big giant truck. Alright, some of you guys were at the Recovering Hunbot stream that night, right? Right? Right. Okay, it's the same thing. It's like, no, you weren't doing anything important. There was no one important that you didn't meet up with in order to be here. Just stop it. Stop it. And get some help. Ash is in Dubai, which is why he wants it earlier for the EST time zone, so everyone will think he is still in Florida. A lot of people think that, Takara. I agree. It's a possibility. Ash tries so hard to be the cool guy in the friend group. He's like that meme. Like, hey, what's going on, kids? You know, like, literally, he's that meme. It's like, just stop. Stop. He had to leave the red room. You know, he had to go back to the room that's apparently still at Orlando, Florida in the office. Because according to Marty, that was never an office, guys, for Onpassive. It was just a room that Ash goes to think in. You know, when he needs a break from the outside world. And allegedly his family. He needed a dark room to go and just be deep with his thoughts. Because we all know he has deep thoughts.
no, seriously, you don't know, and they're pissed.
Well, we don't want that, Ash. We want you to do your thing. So
we just want it more convenient, Ash. It's more convenient for it. When you come on, you come on. So we could do 6 o'clock in the morning, right? 6 o'clock on Wednesdays.
Here it is.
Sounds good to me.
That actually does get more people, by the way.
6 a.m. now every Wednesday, and today was the first one, which we'll be reacting to tomorrow.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people today.
Worldwide, probably. Yeah.
Worldwide. It will be 6 a.m. worldwide, guys. 6 a.m. worldwide. Fuck time zones. We're on a flat earth now. All right, 6 a.m. worldwide. There'll be a lot of people there worldwide, so 6 a.m. works for everyone. Because we decided so. It's kind of funny. I like to think that they were trying to do it at 6 o'clock a little bit too, because we had been giving them such a hard time during their streams that they were doing at 10 a.m. All right. So they were like, what time is good for Ash? And maybe then the haters will fuck off. Right? And they were like, 6 a.m. is great. Yeah, let's do it. But then when they went live at 6, we were all still there. So, you know, just saying.
Okay, that's what it is. 6 o'clock.
What you should do is set 3 different times, okay, and announce them. No, I'm not joking. In over a 2-week period, and see which one gets better results.
Okay.
The one that you show up.
yeah. Listen, he's gonna show up in the women's life.
But like, he's supposed to be going on all of them at 6 in the morning on Wednesdays now. That's the whole thing now. Is now Ash is going to be streaming with them once a week at Wednesday at 6 a.m. So his thing is, let's market them for 2 weeks in advance and then have fun and see which ones in the coming weeks have the most people. And Chris says, the one that you're on. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Really, Chris? Listen. Pay attention. I've interrupted this man 50 times today. And even I knew what was going on. Okay, come on. Come on. Ash is trying to visit every office in all 380,000 countries. So we have to acknowledge he's working hard and tune into his time zones. They'll be changing like mad then. If they would just use their own product instead of YouTube's product, they wouldn't have any trolls. Oh, no, we would probably still get it. But yes, it would be better for them. And they tried that today. They did shut it off so that you could not go. Partially because I think people were coming into OConnect and questioning them. And then also partially because they were upset about people popping up on the screen randomly, as they did in this entire thing. Yeah, we're global. Spelled L-E. I guess, right? That's why. That's why there's no more time zones. Because we're global. We're global. We're global. The time zones don't matter.
I'm going to pop on all of them.
They're not on the global. Okay? They're only on the globe.
And see which one catches more.
Yeah, we're not that special, Ash. It's when you come on and give us that. You know, Ash talks, everyone's listening. Red and Marty, Chris say something, they go, eh.
Hey, Chris, I just want to stop you there, but the numbers have only gone up 1,000 since Ash has been on here. We had 3,500 before Ash.
Red actually takes this to heart. Red's had an interesting last couple days. I'm going to spoil a little bit of tomorrow with you. Red ends up stating that the user experience in OConnect sucks. Okay? In this one, Red gets a little bit upset because they're going, hey, we can only get views with Ash. And Red is like, no, I get views on YouTube. Excuse me? I've had 1,000 views on a live stream without Ash. How dare you say that? He gets all offended. Hello, Robert. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful week.
And there's not.
And they were here for you, Chris. They were here for you.
Definitely a few. You were here last week.
So we get views, guys. Why are you saying that? He gets all pissy.
Okay. Anyway, next week will be 6 o'clock, 6 a.m.
You go back to your meeting. We don't want anybody to get mad at you.
Yeah, we're going to shut it down anyway. You go back. Yeah. Whoever's mad at you.
This one's from last Wednesday.
And thank you for the information, by the way.
Tell them we apologize.
We apologize.
Did you say, Ash?
You hang up first. No, I'm kidding, man.
Oh.
That was weird. That was something that me and my husband used to do. You guys did that, right? You know, me and my husband were long distance for a little bit, where he lived like 2.5 hours away from me for the first little bit. So we used to do that. I love you. I love you more. Okay, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. Right? You know, it's fun. Don't normally do it with my friends, but, I guess maybe Ash has a crush on Marty. Who knows? I'm very sorry to hear that, Suman. I'm very sorry to hear that you have been manipulated into this scam that is being sued by the Security and Exchange Commission for $108 million for securities fraud and called a pyramid scheme. That must really suck. Also, your personal information might have been sold. So may I recommend getting a refund if you can and trying to protect your personal information better going forward. But yeah, that was cringy. You hang up first. It's like, hey, Ash, you were supposed to go to that meeting with that big important person, remember? Did you forget already? Marty wants to be painted like one of Ash's French girls. Paint me like one of your French girls. I'll never let go, Jack. We don't judge people and their life choices. Nope. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it was something that a couple does. And it's along the same lines as like when he does the sex jokes. Right? It's slightly inappropriate. Even if he's joking, it's still kind of like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you know? It's like, why are you doing that? You're supposed to be the CEO here. Now, if they were to do it amongst themselves, like Marty and Chris, they poke at each other. And I get it. They're like, oh, we're all friends up here. We're all a big happy family and blah, blah, blah. But it's still like, Jesus, Ash. Can you like be inappropriate for just one full webinar? I just want it one time, you know? Ash is never not working. Thank you, Mark. Mark says, this is better than watching Netflix and hopefully doing some good for someone. Keeps them coming. I'll try my best.
I'll see ya.
Even Marty looks stressed.
Shut it down.
Right.
Even Marty's like rubbing his head. Like, dude, what was that? That was crazy. That was insane. Man, that was a hard webinar. It was so hard for me to just sit here and listen to Ash talk. And I'm like, I hear you, Marty. Me too, bud. Me too.
No, that's okay. You know what? That's not a bad idea.
It's good for me.
Everyone that's listening.
Perfect for you, Rod.
Listen, and they're always going to be recorded if you don't get up early.
And that's where it cuts off. Joking, not joking it, right? Right? It's just kind of a weird thing for him to say. There's a million ways that he can joke around with them. It always has to be sexual in some way. Or like at least implying that. It's like, Jesus Christ. So inappropriate from a CEO of allegedly the next big tech company that's recreating the internet, you know? It's too much for me. Too much. But maybe that explains why Marty has such a fire under his ass.
Hello. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior?
Ash Mufareh?
No.
It wasn't fucking optional!
Violet says, Dawn will only be able to change Marty's nappy after she gets the kids off to school. Picture that when you watch him at 6 a.m. You're welcome, everyone, for that. Because now you're all picturing it. Made you do it. Yes, I do want to watch some of the 4 idiots from today. We're going to be doing that tomorrow, Joe. This stream's as long as I can do it. But when I get off of here, I'm going to be setting up a stream for tomorrow. And we're going to listen to them tomorrow, in which I flipped their screens and sped them up. So it's about an hour long. I think we should get through the whole thing tomorrow. So that won't be too bad. And then going forward, every Wednesday, they'll be doing a live stream at 6 a.m. And if Ash shows up for it, I will do my best to grab it for you and stream it that day. It's just, I really wanted to set the stage for tomorrow's, right? Because I was like, listen, we haven't done this yet. Today's was the first at 6 a.m. I was still holding on to the one from last week. So I was like, we'll do the one from last week, and then we'll do the next one. And then going forward, I'll be able to catch them all. Now that Ash is back and he's allegedly going to be on this every Wednesday. I wasn't sure if he was going to make it today, to tell you the truth. I wasn't going to hold my breath. I was expecting him to come up with some excuse and then not show up. Because, things have been kind of going off. All right, tension's been high, and it's not just because of us either. Tomorrow I'm going to be showing you several different comments that people have been leaving that really do question if everyone in this thing is as excited and as positive as they claim. And I'm not doing it to throw shade at the people that are leaving the comments either. When I do that, it's not to be like, oh, look at this person that's writing that they're waiting for their commission. Let's laugh at that person. No. It's because it's like, look, people in this thing are also wondering what the fuck is going on. And they have a right to know because they paid money to be there. All right? So they have a right to know. If they say to you, what's going on? If my community asks me about something, if they're like, hey, Queen, I saw some drama. Explain that to me. I will explain it to them. I'll be like, all right, here's my side of the story. Let's go. This is what happened. Because my community has the right to know. Okay? They have the right to make their own decisions. Equally, most content creators do that. With Ash, it's like you're running this business. You told people to buy into it. Then you get mad at them for asking questions. They're waiting to get paid. You don't pay them. And then you get mad at them when they ask you where their money is. It's not fair to do to them. And I want to show you that it's not just us. Because Ash and Marty and Chris and all them try to make it seem like it's just us that are in there. And yeah, we may be in there too. But for the most part, a lot of the people that are wondering about, their commissions are people that are the O-founders. And they still won't answer it. You'd be a brand new person right now and go into Marty's stream, never before been in there, and just not know what's going on and be confused and ask some questions, and they'll treat you like you're a hater. They'll be like, get out of here. How dare you? And it's like, I thought you were trying to grow a business. All right, you're not even just entertaining. You're trying to grow a business out here. And then you're yelling at your potential customers and the people that would join this thing. And you're not answering the people that have already bought into it. And they need to do that. So tomorrow, we are going to see if today at 6 a.m., Ash did show up and did he answer the questions that people have been having. Because in the last week, they've been having a rough time during their streams, Marty and Chris. My community has been giving them a crazy time, asking real questions in chat. They've been flipping out a bunch over the last few weeks, as you guys have been kind of seeing, but the heat's gone up. And it's also people in their own community that are starting to pick up on things, and they are wondering what's going on. So let's see if Ash, touches on any of that at 6 in the morning. You may be a little surprised at what happened if you haven't seen it yet. If you have, I hope that you will join me tomorrow to react to it. That's what I was trying to say. I can't talk anymore, so I have to end this now. But thank you so much for being here today, guys. How do I find an Onpassive stream? Is it 6 a.m.? Now, I usually have the link sent to me by people, or they will post it up. I usually check out their channels, check out the back office for it because I have an account. Oftentimes, if during that time, which is 6 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday mornings, if you go on YouTube and you type in just Onpassive or Onpassive 360, right, 360, then one might pop up for you. Because today's you can go watch on OConnect. They locked us all out. I'm going to show you guys that. And then basically we had to watch it on YouTube because they do stream them to YouTube in real time. And then they also repost them up later on. They'll stream it and then a whole bunch of them will now spend the next 24 hours reposting Ash up on today's. But I ask that you wait until tomorrow to watch it with me because it will be fun. All right, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you guys had an awesome Easter weekend since this is kind of my first stream back since. We had a fabulous time as a family. I had a great weekend. My little one did an Easter egg hunt and got all kinds of stuff and clothes and whatnot. We had a great time, had a nice dinner. You know, the usual. It was a great weekend, though, and I can't wait for this weekend, which is also going to be a long weekend due to the solar eclipse. So stay tuned on some flat earth information about that. I'm sure everyone will be very upset about it who's a flat earther when the time comes. We're probably going to have to do one of those to laugh at them for a day. And no matter where you are or what you're doing, I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Stay tuned to the channel in the live section and on the community tab, and you should see it there very, very soon. Mwah! Bye! We're in it to win it, not that us!
We are here, we are Onpassive, shining bright into the